Hello class, today we're going to create a tutorial on Kidi Startup for a simple game. And I'm going to go ahead and join that class right now with my pin code, and you'll have your own pin code for your own game. Going to click enter, and I'm going to hit play now to check out the game. Just going to leave it there, called Space Ace X. Save it. Okay, it's starting the game, and in the game you're a simple bird and you kind of fire off these little bullets, little red bullets, and the goal of the game is just to try to shoot these wolves that kind of spawn down. And the game's going to go into edit mode in a second here. It's going to automatically change, but we're just kind of demoing the game, and I can try to get the big bad guy, and I got him there, so that's a good thing. And then I can try to, okay, there we go. That's going to forward. So now we're starting the tutorial. And in the tutorial, there's a video here that you can watch to find out how to draw things. And for now, my name is not Dave, but I'm going to be Dave and step through this. So I'm just going to click on Go. And the first step of 17, there's a, I'm going to draw this. I can't hear you, Abby. I'm sorry. So I'm going to click the next step here and click on Go. And this step explains how to select an image. And so I'm going to go to here, the first image that we need, and that's the blue birdie. Going to click on properties. And this explains that we need to change it into a hero for this video. So you can go ahead and watch that if you like. I'm going to click on go and set it as a character. And then it also says, hey, use the controller to play the character. And I'm going to do that step as well. And that's what this little green controller button does. Allows you to control the birdie. And the next thing I need to do is go into the logic tab. And you can watch the video as well here. It talks about each logic block does different things. And you can watch the video as well if you like to get more information. I'm going to click on go, and it's telling me to add this block here. And I'm going to click on this block here. I'm going to plug it into here. And then once I've done that, I can go to my next step. And the first block that we added was a delay block. The next block that we're going to add is like a split or spawning block. And we're going to connect that up to the delay block. And I'm just going to show you the delay has a certain amount of seconds. You can change that if you like to a certain amount of seconds. We're just going to kind of leave it at maybe 2 seconds for now, just for now. And then what happens is the object will delay every 2 seconds, and then it will trigger this bullet object. And we're going to click OK for now. There's nothing to select yet. So don't worry, it'll become clear later on what it's doing. That was the first step. I'll do the next step here. I'm going to draw a rectangle. You can just continue to watch the videos. Oops, didn't quite go to that rectangle. What I had to do is I zoomed out, so you can click on these buttons up here to zoom out if you like, and zoom in. I use the wheel on my mouse to zoom in and out. I'm going to just create this one, and again, watch the video if you want to learn to select things. But in this case, we're going to select an image. I'm going to go find the correct image. It will keep telling me to go to the next page, next page, next page. Tell me to make this thing here, and I'll click properties, and I'm going to make it an item object. And then it says, Dave, pick the skull to make this an enemy. So I will pick, actually I'll pick the bullet because going to be a skull. It's actually going to be a bullet. And going to click on the logic block again. That will make this object destroy any enemies, like those black wolves that we saw earlier. So we'll click on logic, and we're going to click on, don't worry if some things don't make sense, just click the next button, and let's do a movement block. And the move block will move in a certain direction. So for instance, 0 on the degrees means up. If we wanted to make it go down or left or right, you can do a certain degree. 90 degrees is to the right, 180 degrees is down. So I'm just going to put 180 degrees and maybe a speed of 10 so that it moves down. But actually, we need it to make this work correctly. We need to put that back at 90, so it goes to the right. So basically, when this gets created, it will fire to the right because it's a 90-degree angle, and it'll move at a speed of 10. You can always make the speed higher or less if you like, and always change the degree. If you wanted to shoot down, you do 180 degrees. If you wanted to shoot up, you do 0 degrees, for example. So I'll click OK on that. Okay, zooming out. Now I need to draw another rectangle. Gonna go ahead and do that. Okay. And then it's gonna ask me to pick another image. I'll go to image, try to find that background image. Wait for it to load. And there's that first mountain in the scene. Properties, make it a background so that it goes to the background. Click on logic. There's no logic on this one, so we just click OK. Okay, it's going to zoom out again, and we're going to draw another rectangle. Looks like another background. I'm going to zoom in. Again, if you need help, you can zoom in with these and also move the screen over, pan as well. So I'm going to draw this one. Check that one. Pick the right graphic. Go to the right page, and this one is a different mountain. Going to hit properties, make it a static or a background object again. And there's no logic to be created on this, so we're just going to click the checkbox. Okay, and again, there's another object. I'm just going to keep walking through these. I'm going to skip the videos. And there's this one. Click OK, go to the background, go find the right background. This was another mountain. It's the background here again. Logic, there's no logic. Okay, now we're going to draw some other things. So draw a rectangle again. I'm going to draw that one. This one's going to be a static object, which is just something that we bump into or it will block us. I'm going to click on that image, go into this properties, and again, there's no logic on a lot of these things. They just kind of block you and keep you inside the level. Draw another rectangle. This one. Go into find that image. Okay, properties, logic, there's no logic. Okay, next one. I'm going to zoom in a little bit because it's just easier. There we go. Okay, I'm going to draw another object over here. When you're doing this, just make sure you take your time and take as long as you like. I'm just going through rather quickly because it's very similar for some of these objects. Okay, it's going to do drawing another rectangle here. Click on that. pick the right object. Properties logic, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna skip this video and do this next block. We are making a lot of progress, so we're like 11 steps out of 17. Okay, 12 of 17, so there should be some more of these. Yep, just kind of filling in this level. And again, these blocks just keep you inside the level. They don't let you go through them, so that's what we're basically building, is blocks to keep you in the level. Okay. I'm going to do another one over here. I'm going to zoom in because it zoomed way out. Didn't really need to go that far out. Okay, pick this. This one looks like a background again, so just try to find it, wait for it to load. It's getting there. Okay, some more mountains. And it's a background object. No logic on it again. There we go. Okay, now it should get a little interesting. Okay, got another little block here we need to create. This looks like an animated object. Okay, here's our wolf object. We're going to go to properties. And this one is a character object. And please watch the videos to learn more details of each object. And so this one has a skull, so that one will destroy the player if the player touches it. So the blue bird, if it touches the black wolf, will end the game. So you'll lose the game if you touch those wolves. They're bad guys. So next we're gonna go back to logic, and this one has a certain block. Looks like it's a random here. So we're gonna put the random block there. And then again, we're going to skip the video. We're going to put some gravity on it. So the gravity block will make it fall in a certain way. And oops. So I just skipped the video. I'm gonna actually set some of these so that I can show you what they do. I changed it to the random block, and I'm going to put some values here so that it sets the passes the numbers to the next block, and that'll actually be the movement block. We're going to connect it to the random so that it randomly moves in different places. So this black wolf will randomly move in different directions when you attach that. But I'm also going to explain the gravity block. If you set some value on the Y, that means up and down. If you do it on the X, that means left and right. So gravity makes things fall like from top to bottom in this example because I'm adding to the Y value. So like 20 is an okay value. You can put it to whatever you like. And then we're going to finish this logic so that the wolf, he kind of falls with the gravity block, but he also randomly moves because we're putting a random block and a movement block together. So randomly moves. So once I let go, it'll say I'm done, and we can hit OK. And again, that just makes the wolf randomly move in different places, but also fall down because he has gravity. So we'll just do the next block. Let's see what this one is. This one is going to be another, looks like another static block that just blocks the character or other characters as well. Okay, looks like we're going to create something else here. Let's see what it is. Looks like it's an animation. Going to the next step, next page. Okay, so we have to wait for these to load. There's the character that we're looking for. Okay, in this case, we actually cannot. Well, looks like you can't flip them right yet, but in the game, you can make them face different directions by clicking these buttons here. But for now, we're just going to click OK, and then we're going to make him a character. And again, watch the videos to learn more. He's an enemy, so we're going to click on the skull and logic. Okay, this one's going to be interesting. So in this one, after a delay, we're going to put a delay block. We're going to do a spawn block. Okay, so there's a couple other settings. This doesn't tell you yet, but you can have it spawn any object you like. So there's a delay of 1 second. We can make it like 5 seconds. And then after 5 seconds, we would change this to spawn a different object. So we wanted to spawn the wolf. So every 5 seconds, it will spawn a wolf creature. And we just click OK here. And I think we're almost done. Not yet, Tanner. Sorry, that's my son. And almost wrapped up here. Then the last step is to build this block here. And looks like it's going to be a static block. Properties, logic, and there's no logic on this one. So that was the tutorial, and you did a great job. If you've watched this, and hopefully you've learned a few extra steps and can create some very similar games. So good luck, and thanks for watching.